So what we are going to learn today, we are going to learn some Ansible modules actually. So in my previous section, we discussed about like a basics of Ansible and how we can loop it and how we can execute simple shell module and how we can, do all that kind of stuff, right? But today, what we'll be learning today, we'll be learning Ansible modules like in a real-time scenario, and we'll do some examples as well. And let's get started. So first of all, let's say I was asked to, hey, can I have Ansible playbook to automate EC2? Can you write a playbook to automate EC2? The first thing I need, okay, I can write a playbook to automate EC2, but I'm going to need a credentials, right? Let's say in order to provision any AWS service, the first thing should come in my mind, okay, do I have a permission to do this? First thing, yes, if I do, where is my access key, secret key? Okay, so that I can use that access key, secret key, because you are not doing anything console. Console is like out of topic basically, because people, they don't use console. They do check logs like monitor stuff like that, but they don't provision infrastructure by logging into console. Okay, so now you need a user access to your AWS so that you will be able to create your whatever the service that they want. In our scenario, in our first case, the first thing is I need a automation script that can create an EC2 instance, sorry. Okay, now I need, yes, go ahead. Rani, what's your question? You're on mute.
Sorry, Vishnu. Earlier I read that.
Oh, okay.
Before starting recording.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I need user credentials. That user should be able to create an instance through console. That means that user should have EC2 permissions, basically full permissions, right? He will be able to create, delete, whatever, full permissions. Okay, now you will have the user permissions, username and a password and access key, secret key. Now you have that ready. Now let's go back to Ansible and how you can initiate first. We don't know anything. Let's say we don't know anything actually. We need to initiate now. Okay, let me go and let me search. Let me do some research. Okay, Ansible script to create EC2 instance. Okay. Okay, so this is the first thing. What I will do, I will use their documentation first. Instead of here and there, going here and there, I will use their Ansible documentation first. I will try to see how they are doing right now. Okay, let me go to their documentation first. You see that they're using Ansible 6, version 6, which is not in a stable version. It was a 5, and that's not stable, and they're still doing some like R&D. And let's go to 2.9, which is a major version actually. This is right now everybody using this version. Okay, so this module, EC2 module, will be able to create a terminate and a start or stop an EC2 instance. Okay, now let's see what is this EC2 module. And okay, what just EC2, how it's alone create that? Like, I don't get it, right? Because this is our first time here and we need to understand how it works, right? And let's go back to some example first. Okay, you see that this YAML syntax. Okay, this is how I should write. You see, EC2 is a module and everything goes inside that module, 2 steps behind inside that module. Can you guys follow me? Are you guys with me? Do you see that now I need to update some tag. These are all like a specific examples. Example, I can use this, I can use this, something like that. Okay. Now this is the main module. Now we got the module, right? Now we have a module. Now I need to know what are these values, these parameters for that module actually. How many parameters this module have, right? This module has like how many number of parameters, like okay, is this count is mandatory, is the group is mandatory, is weight is mandatory, is image is mandatory. How I'm going to know what is mandatory, what is not mandatory? You see that here you can see wait time is 500 seconds, but here you don't see any wait time. And here somewhere you will see volumes, but you don't see any volumes here. Like I need to know what is mandatory and what is not necessary, right? And okay, let's go back. You see this table? This table, each module has this table basically. Not only EC2 module, each module has this table. This table will tell you what is mandatory and what is not mandatory. Okay, so these are the parameters and these are the choices. Count tag, EBS optimization, by default it's no, by default it's no. And a count tag by default is 1, count is by default is 1. If you don't give any count, it will take 1 by default. And exact count, group ID, image, and these are the values. You see that these are the parameters, you see, parameters for that module. And you need a Python 2.6 required, and a Boto should be installed. Boto should be required, like Boto should require, and a Python 2.6 and should be installed. Boto and Python 2.6 should be installed on that machine where you're running Ansible basically. And these are the parameters that, let's say for example, if I copy this, right, if this is going to fail, let me run this exact what it says, and let's see what we are going to get that error, right? Let me try to go here, and I'm going to create a directory called AWS scripts. I will go AWS scripts. All these small things matters actually. Are you guys looking at the consolidation? The way that I'm working is everything is matter. Okay, when you start something, the small things are really matter actually. So keep that in my mind, keep that in your mind. Okay, and let me know if you guys need any help. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create YML, right? And the first line 3 dash, that is a YAML syntax, we know about that. The second is hosts and local host, and I'm going to do tasks, right? And in the task, I'll just provide just a simple name, and I can say create EC2 instance. You guys can stop me anytime that you want, and I'm going to paste it. Now, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to just, and these parameters will go inside the module basically. Okay, now what I need to do, let me see. Now everything looks good. Okay, this is the module. Okay, and these are the parameters for that module. Okay, I'm gonna provide my key name, right? I hope that is the key. And I'm okay to have t2.micro, and I'm gonna do image ID, I can go to AWS, right? And I can do launch instance. I'm going to get image ID from here. I'm going to copy it.
Vishnu, but still we are using the console, right?
Yeah, so those details, one time you will be using console for just, you need details. Initial time, you need details, right? You need to know through console how you are going to provision resources. It's not like you are using console to create something, blah, blah, blah. No, you need to know. And wait is, yes, that's fine. And a group, do I have any group? Do I have any like a database server group, web server group, all that kind of stuff? I don't have anything. That's okay. Count how many you want. I want just one. And subnet ID, I can go just to grab subnet ID from existing instance actually.
So in general, all these requirements will be given to us, Vishnu, in projects.
Yeah, those details, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys will be given all those details basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't know, right? What resources should we use? What subnet
Right.
should we use? What AMI should we use? We don't know that. So in general, they don't use that default AMI. They have their own AMI. They will use only that their AMI basically, and that's one time provision thing. And I'm going to use the same subnet as
Vishnu, you went down.
Oh, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. No. I mean, like this. You want the subnet ID, right?
Yeah.
I just saw. Yeah. It was here on the right hand side. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Now let me go ahead and use that subnet ID and assign public IP. Yes. Let's go and run this playbook. What is the playbook name? Create EC2, right? EC2 create.yaml. And let's run this playbook. And okay, this is failed. Boto is required for this module. Now Boto, we don't have Boto installed on this computer, I guess. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install Boto. Okay. Sudo yum install Python. We need to install Python first. Okay, sudo yum install Python. Remember, the minimum requirement is, let's go here again. Let me show you. The minimum requirement is, install Python 2.6 and a Boto. Okay. Let me go and provide the password. Let me install Python first. Now Python 2 installed. Let's install sudo pip install Boto. Now Boto is being installed. Now let's go ahead and run this playbook again.
What is Boto?
Boto is a module. Boto is like a predefined module for most of the AWS services. Let's say EC2 and these modules, right? For example, you see this module, like EC2 is a module to create EC2 instance, right? These modules are predefined softwares which are written in Python basically. When you just say EC2, and it will not know anything, right? Like if you are providing just EC2 means, how it will know that it needs to create an instance, right? If I provide like IAM, just IAM will go and create an IAM user? No. And behind this EC2 module uses Python. Ansible people developed a script And whenever people use this EC2, they will be running that script behind basically. So each module is a predefined software which is written in Python basically. So that's why they would have to have a Python installed and they would have to have a Boto installed. These are the prerequisites for Python. If you want to run a Python script, you need to have a Python installed, right? And you need to have a Boto installed for all AWS operations. Let's say if you want to automate an EC2 creation using Python, that Python script, you should import Boto in that Python script basically. Okay. And let's go. Now you see that now I'm getting an error. Either region or EC2 URL must be specified. But we don't know any EC2 URL, right? But we will know the region. Let's go. Before even getting there, I can check in this table first. Okay. Let me go region, right? Okay. Let's get the region details. Okay. Okay, right here. The AWS region is used to must specified if EC2 URL is not used. So if I use EC2 URL, I don't need to provision any region. But if I don't use EC2 URL, I should definitely specify region, right? I don't know any EC2 URL. Nobody will know EC2 URL, right? And the easiest way just to provide the region, okay? Whatever the parameters you will see will go exactly under the EC2 module. They will go under EC2 module. Now we have this parameter called region, right? We have that region. Now the region should be specified under that module. That means let's open that module. Okay. And let's go here. Region US East 1, right? Now let's go ahead and run the script again. Now you see that no handler was ready to authenticate because I'm running this script from here, from my computer where I'm at right now. How this computer will go and provision a service, right? What we have in the script is very simple. What we have IAM user, we have AMI, we have only these details. This can trigger your AWS account, or this can trigger an instance in your AWS account or somebody's AWS account, right? How this script will know where to run actually. How this script will get authentication details. Right now, let's go to this output and let me verify. Okay, so no handler was ready to authenticate. Authentication is failing. Now let's go to this table first, and let's see what we have in this table first. Okay, and let's see what this access key and secret key. AWS access key, if not set the value on the AWS access key environment variable we are used, you would have to provide this access key and secret key. And let's see whether they have any example that they used. Okay. Okay. So they did not use any example, but we are going to use some examples right now. Okay. Now let's go. We need access key and secret key. How we are going to define them is, and if you go here, access key, I would copy and paste actually. I wouldn't type actually. Okay, your access key will go there, and the secret key.
Vishnu,
Yes.
Paina 3 hyphens ఉన్నాయి కదా, కింద స్పేస్ ఇవ్వాలా ఫస్ట్ హైఫన్ కి?
Which one? పైన కింద స్పేస్
స్టార్టింగ్ లో 3 హైఫన్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
Okay.
తర్వాత హైఫన్ పోస్ట్ అని పెట్టినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ స్పేస్ ఇవ్వాలి కదా.
So this,
పోస్ట్ ముందు హైఫన్ ఉంటుంది.
yeah. This is the hyphen and a space host.
ఇది సెకండ్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది హైఫన్.
This is host is like a place where you want to run your playbook basically. This is a controller where you want to run your playbook is the host basically. Right now by default it's a local host. Where I'm at right now, where I'm using this playbook is it by default host, that is default local host. But if I want to run this specific host on a specific this specific playbook on a specific host, I would have to provide there actually instead of local host. I would have to provide something like a web servers or database servers or any other thing, DNS, all something like that. Now tasks, this is the place where exactly tasks will be starting basically. And this is a whole EC2 creation is a one task. It's not a multiple tasks basically. Only we are using only one module called EC2 module, right? Only one module and EC2 module, and these are all parameters for EC2 modules basically. Okay.
I got it, Vishnu. నిన్న ఫస్ట్ హైఫన్ పోస్ట్ ముందు హైఫన్ ఉంది కదా, ఒక స్పేస్ ఇచ్చారు ముందు మీరు.
Yeah, you can give. So you can
No need
you can do like that. That's okay. That won't be a problem. Yeah, but the indentation, if you're starting here, you see that indentation, let's say your H is here and you have to start T here. That's it. That is called indentation basically. You see that? So that won't be a problem. Okay. Now let's go. Now we need to provide that access key, secret key, right? How we are going to get those access key and secret key is a question mark. How we can get access key, secret key?
By using SSH hyphen keygen.
Will be in from console, Vishnu.
Okay.
Access key and secret key will be in the console.
Okay, like this. Let's
Yep.
go and
Security credentials.
I don't want to use that. What I would do, I would just create an IAM user rather than I would create an IAM user. And what I'm trying to do with this user, I'm trying to provision an Ansible playbook, right? I'm trying to provision an EC2 instance, right? Sorry, my bad. So what I will do, I'm trying to provision an instance, EC2 instance. So I can create a user, and for that user, I will assign EC2 permissions basically. Okay. So I can call EC2 user, right? And this is the place, programmatic access. You see that enables access key and secret key. Check it.
Vishnu, 1 second, Vishnu.
Yes.
In what cases you will use that access key and the secret key from the console?
No, you don't use access key, secret key in the console at all.
So, okay, whenever you necessary, you have to create an IAM user, right?
No, the user will be there. The user will be created only once, basically.
Okay.
And you can reuse that user every time that you want. And this is the public video. I'm going to post it in a public, right?
Okay.
I don't want have that access key, secret key will be available for everybody. Whenever I create something, I'm going to terminate it immediately. So those access key and secret key will be invalid, basically.
Oh, okay.
But in the companies, in the actual environment,
okay,
it will be one-time creation, and it will be available. If they need to change it, they will change it, and they will let everybody know those keys were changed, and you will be given a new key.
Yeah, got it. For the safe side, you are using this IAM user, right?
Exactly. So,
Okay.
and what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go ahead and assign. Okay. Let me go. Why did not assign? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and create a group. I can call easy to GRP. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to provide easy to full access, right? Easy to full access. And create a user. When I create that user, you see that access key, secret key. Let me go ahead and download that as well. But I'm going to copy that access key from here. And I can go ahead and add that access key, secret key here. Access key in the place of access key. Let's go ahead and add that access key. And in the place of secret key, let me go ahead and grab that secret key, right? Let me go grab that secret key.
Vishnu,
Yes.
can we provide access key, secret key there? Is it okay?
No, that's not a good idea. It's a bad practice. Nobody will do that. But I'm going to show you how we are going to use them. Okay.
Okay.
And I did provide that access key. The whole section is about this box, basically. If you understand this box, right? If you understand this parameter box, and this will make your day very, very quick and very, very simple. Of course, sometimes maybe once every 6 months or once every year, you might need to write your own logic, which is like 2-3 tasks maybe. But as long as you understand this box and this parameter, even so, I navigated to EC2 directly, right? For example, let's say I don't know the module to create a S3 bucket, but I was asked to create an S3 bucket. Okay, Ansible script to create S3 bucket. You see that straight away, I'm going to get that module name. I did not mention any S3 module over there, right? This is the main thing. This box will make your things very easy. Now this is S3 module, and what is required for S3 module? You need Python 3 and a Boto 3 and a Boto core should be installed. Okay, let's go ahead and install Python. How we will install packages and Linux? Sudo yum install Python 3. Done. Now install Boto 3. When you install Python, you will be installing pip. Pip is a Python package basically. And once you install Python pip, you're going to use pip to install Boto 3 and a Boto core. Done. You have your requirements ready. Now let's go to parameters. Okay, ACL required, AWS access key required, CA bundle required, blah, 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 secret key required. You see that? These are all required for this S3 module. Okay, let me check some examples. Okay, these are the examples. Okay, this is good. And that's it. All you need to understand how to get it, because you don't know what people are going to tell you. They might want you to write something. Some of you might be writing like Ansible scripts to provision instances. Some of you might be writing Ansible scripts to provision S3. Some of you may be Lambda. Some of you may be CloudFormation. You don't know that, right? And you need to understand how you're going to get it. That is the main thing. Then you would have to sit and you would have to write as many playbooks as you can. When you start writing, you're going to get issues and you're going to try to solve them, and we'll be discussing all those issues. That's how you learn. It's not like you sit in a class for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and you're going to learn. Is that a kind of joke? Nobody has to go to school like 16, 17 years and then go somewhere else and try to learn something. It's not possible. Okay, that is the main purpose. But let's try to run the script fast. Let's try to see whether it's going to create an instance for us or not.
Vishnu, are we not supposed to modify the group that we created there? Because we are using the access key and secret key for the user that we created inside the group, right?
Which group?
We just created.
I have attached EC2 policies for that group already. I didn't get your question actually. Let's say this group you're talking about.
Yes.
I have already attached IAM policy.
Yeah, you already attached IAM policy to this user and group, right? So are we supposed to mention in the YAML file that we are?
No, you don't need to mention any group. All you need to do like access key and secret key. That's it.
Okay.
And let's see. I think the script.
But the access key and secret key are inside the group, right?
Yeah, all you need just access key, secret key. You don't need any. I did not even provide that user there. I did not even say that easy to user inside a script. That only that access key, secret key belongs to that specific person only.
Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha.
and that person assigned to a specific group, so he will get permissions based on that group. Basically, username and a password. You will be providing username and a password.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, when we provide username and a password, when we log in, we don't have to provide any group, username, all that kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
A similar way. This is a unique and assigned to a specific user.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
So is there any particular order of pattern, like first we need to specify all the variables and then parameters like that? Or?
no. You can use any parameter inside that module anywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But I cannot use something like this. For example, I cannot use something like this. And this is not.
Yeah, the indentation should be correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can use anything inside that module. And then let's.
In any order, right?
Yeah. Yeah, any order. You can use any order. So this is the instance has been created. You see that one task changed. That means it is executed properly. Let's go here and then let's try to see. Let's go to EC2 dashboard. And let's see, you see that second instance is up and running. You see that initializing an instance. Okay. So an EC2 instance has been created. Are you guys with me? Hello, are you guys with me?
Yeah, Vishnu.
Yeah, Vishnu.
Okay, so now you know how to provision resources inside AWS, right? Now let's go. You have an instance up and running. Now you might want to update the tag, or you might want to install, or you might want to do some operations on that instance, right? Let's say, for example, pick very small thing. Let's update the tag. Okay, let's add some tags to that instance. Okay, now what I will do, I will write one more script. Okay, update tags.yml. Let's say now I will write one more script to update tags, right? And let's go Ansible module to update tag. Okay, tags Ansible documentation. Let's see what they have. Okay, this is the version 6. Right? So this is a tag. This tags is specifically assigned to this specific task. Okay, if you provide this tag, then only you will run this task. That's what it means. But this is not what we are looking for. Okay, Ansible module to update EC2 tag. Okay, this is the module. Now let's go ahead and create. You see that? Create a remove tags. Okay, cool. Let's go to 209. Okay, and let's see some example. Okay, this is the module, and this is the resource. I can have instance as well. Okay, I can have instance ID as well. You see that? This is the instance ID. And I can provide, I can remove the tag like this. I can remove the tag like this. Let me add the tag first, okay? And let me go here. Now I need to, now you guys tell me, right? And let me go to, and host. This is again new playbook, right? Local host tasks and the name update instance tag. I'll paste it here. So when you look at scripts at Office, they don't even change that ensure tags are present resource. That's how they just not only like everybody, because Ansible, you're not the one who developed Ansible, and I'm not the one who developed Ansible. They should tell us exactly how to use it, and that was the table for, and that was their documentation for. All you need to know how to get that information from the documentation. Now EC2 tag is a module, and let me try to fix that indentation. Right, okay. State is present, and these two belongs to tags. Okay. These two belongs to tags. Now I need to provide the resource ID, which is instance ID. Right. Let me go grab instance ID. What I will do, yeah, I can just copy from here. Okay. Yes, is to one, right? Let's go ahead and run this playbook. So can someone tell me what could be the output of this playbook actually? So what this playbook does, can someone help me what it does exactly?
Tag name will be replaced by Uberwall.
Okay, tag name will be replaced by Uberwall, and so it will add these two tags. You see that state present, and the tags will be this. Okay, I can even change it. I can even change it. Tag equals to dev, right? And the name equals to Ansible test. Let's run this playbook. Okay, let's see whether it's going to work. Okay. So this has some issues. Fail to import the Python library Boto core or Boto 3. Okay, Boto core is not there. Sudo pip install Boto core. Let's install Boto core. Ready. Now let's go run it. Okay, it says still Boto 3 is missing. Okay, let's pip install Boto 3. Okay, now Boto 3 is present. Let's go and run this playbook again. Okay, what it says, unable to locate credentials. I cannot provide all access key, secret key in every playbook. Okay, let me do something. What I will do, I will configure that access key, secret key inside this server basically. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go grab these two values, right? I'm going to add them. I'm going to add them to this Word document, right? Add this Word document. Let me go copy. This is that I did copy this space as well. So I don't want to copy that space as well. Okay.
Yeah, Vishnu, one doubt, Vishnu.
Yes.
The error message said it Boto 3 or Boto core, right? So
Yeah, any one of those is missing. Any one of those. That means it should have a both.
okay.
Either of the one is missing. It's
Okay.
not like both are missing. That means
Can you go to that error message one time?
yeah, right here. You see that? So Python import Python list library Boto core or Boto 3. Any one of those is missing. That means it should have a both.
Both. Okay.
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 Now what I will do, I will just configure credentials. So I don't have to have those credentials.
Yeah. Every time you don't need to provide.
And this is a safety, right? Nobody can see those credentials. Even they use the playbooks, they cannot see credentials, right?
Yeah.
So what I will do, I'll just go ahead and copy this. Secret key. I can even configure the region. Okay. And that's okay. I don't need anything. Now let's go ahead and run this playbook. Oh, it's done. Let's go and verify those tags, whether they're being created or not. Now let's go to, okay. That's not bad. Let me refresh it. You see that Ansible test? If I go to tags, the name Ansible test and environment dev, both are being created. If I have 1,000 servers, I can run single script to update tags for 1,000 servers. You guys getting me? That's the configuration management. Okay, even if I want to create an IAM user, I can do that. I can even write a CloudFormation stack and I can trigger Ansible playbook to create the CloudFormation stack. There's a lot, like you can create Lambda, you can create CloudFormation, you can create anything. Not only AWS, you can do the same operations in Azure, Google Cloud, every cloud, you can use Ansible to do that. Even on-prem servers also, you can provision resources. Any questions till now?
Vishnu, you use the AWS configure, right?
Which one? AWS configure, yes.
Yeah. So it's a CLI command, right?
Yeah, AWS CLI.
So I mean, like, do we need to install separately the CLI?
If you use EC2, you will have that in that image basically. That's a good question actually. So let me remove that from there because I already configured to that machine. Okay, and let's say for example, if you are using this AMI, right? This AMI, the same way when we install Ansible that AMI, right? And we use that AMI to recreate instance, we have install Ansible, right? We have Ansible install on that machine, right? The same way, this AMI, this default AMI, it has that AWS CLI installed already. When you use this AMI to create an instance, you will have EC2 user on this AMI, and you will have AWS CLI installed on that AMI. So you don't need to install any AWS CLI. But if you are using your own computer, like other Linux or MacBook or Windows computer, yes, you would have to install AWS CLI, then you would have to configure AWS CLI, configure AWS access key secret key. Any questions? Is that answered your question, Ramya?
Yes, Vishnu.
Okay. Any other questions from anybody?
So Vishnu, we can add tag